CRUCIBLE here, back again with another video, and if you saw the thumbnail, you're probably going, "Oop, something interesting is popping up in the I guess when this video comes out. Kind of cool, and oh my god, it's bad, it's on my bed. Um, but part of Phoenix Force. So I guess we're going to be pulling that out of our hat today. Rising from Medium Ashes, isn't that great? Phoenix Force, yay. So we're getting that coming to Marvel Strike Force, which would be a new character for a specific team, which is basically right now just a duo, which is Phoenix, who mostly everybody has, but probably didn't build her. Not, I did. But then there's another new character coming out called Omega Red Phoenix Force. So this one's going to be an interesting one. He's going to be an epic character. So obviously with all the epic characters, it's going to be a limited time thing. However, Omega Red is here to just lay down the law, especially in Crucible, but in other places as well. As long as you got Phoenix, somewhere around there, and then even turning into Dark Phoenix, she becomes even a pain. But the big part about Omega Red, I like that part right up at the top. In Crucible, preventing trauma and preventing enemies from gaining safeguards. So basically, you can't get trauma on you, and they also can't get safeguard, which is another Ares and Apocalypse. This is freaking amazing. I like it. And he does have a couple of awakened abilities, which he does reduce the target's max health. So that's an interesting one. That's kind of a Mephisto type thing, but hey, on there now. Boom. And prevents him from benefiting from passive max health increases if he has any mythic enemies. So if you are going up against like Odin or Mephisto or anything, they won't get any health increases from it if it's built into their kit. So if it's part of their kit, they're not getting it. If it's already built into their actual stats, you're kind of screwed. But building Global Mutant Brawler Phoenix Force Epic, this is ridiculous. Already just coming down the pipe with the basic, it's not too bad. I like the fact that it's just basically prolonging the duration of all negative effects. Yes, exactly like what Omega Red Legendary does, which is perfectly fine, great. But there's also an awakened ability on it, which the damage of this attack reduces the max health of targets by the same amount. Yeah, I like it. Yep. The second, wow, look at that. Boom. Ability block, applying trauma, applying offense up to both to him and Phoenix, and then reducing the duration of all positive effects on the primary target by 2. So there you go. And not as, big as Endgame Thanos, but hey, another oath. And then filling the speed bar of a random Phoenix or Dark Phoenix by 50%. Yeah, okay, I don't mind her going faster. This is a speed-based game, turn-based game with speed, so boom, that's great. And then if Phoenix or Dark Phoenix is there, boom, 100,000% extra focus. That's not bad. So that's a turn 1 hit. Turn 2 hit would be the ultimate, which is flipping everything, applying defense down, slow, 2 bleeds, hitting everybody for 400%. This one doesn't put down trauma, but it's unavoidable already, so hey, you're getting hit. Doesn't matter what happens. This passive is beautiful. It's got a little bit of a Kang part in there. Everybody knows Kang. On enemy turn, steal 2% of this character's max health from all enemies and redistribute to self. So basically, push him up all the way to level 100 or level 105, wherever we go. We know there's an increase coming, but we don't. So the increase is coming. Hopefully by then you got enough gold, you got enough training match to do it, and beef them up straight to max level, because that steals 2% of that. Now, on Ally Phoenix or Dark Phoenix deck, this is cool. Transfer all negative effects except stun and trauma from this character to the most injured enemy. Great, and hit him for 300% piercing. That's cute. And then on spawn, this one, you get safeguard for both Phoenix and it, but this other one kind of negates what the old passive did, where if somebody came in on spawn with a taunt, Phoenix would automatically get a taunt as well. So this stops it from happening, which is great. I'm perfectly fine with it. So now she just won't get hit right out the gate. You could have another um, protector there, or somebody else is a pre-taunt, and she will be fine because she won't go ahead and gain that part. And then in Crucible, on enemy turn, so just in Crucible, gain 5% speed to a maximum of 50. That 50 part is ridiculous. Okay, this 50 part where it says in Crucible, this is nuts. Then lower the armor of enemies with bleed by 100%. So get 1 bleed on them, gone. But this is only in Crucible. So it's in Battle World, but like obviously they're not going to give it to us. So, and then in Crucible, if this character has any mythic enemies cannot have their max health increased through passive abilities. So, yeah, as long as you got the awakened ability there, any mythic enemies will not be able to get their max health increase. So that kind of stops like X-Men or Extreme, or throwing like, you know, Phoenix and Gambit together, Nightcrawler, you know, having all that health boost. So not getting it this time. Now it goes to, oh my god, Phoenix herself. Oh, great. She's getting a nice little buff there. They removed her passive bonus from to damage and max health, and just putting it into her stats. So you don't need, she's no longer in her passive. She just gets that stuff already. And she was reworked just a little bit. She got a little bit of a stat boost a while ago, but now she's really getting a big hit. So she gets that big hit, boom. Now her basic got a little bit of an update. Now you're getting an assist now from Omega Red Phoenix Force, which is great. The special, boom. Now you're healing X-Men and Phoenix Force, so you got them. And if this character has 2 or more X-Men allies or an Omega Red ally, so that's an or part of it. So as long as you got Omega Red Phoenix Force, you're good. But if you don't got them yet, and then you go for 2 X-Men allies, you get to do the rest of the special. And if this character has an Omega Red Phoenix Force ally, clear all negative effects on this character. Yes, cleansing. If this character has no allies, attack self for 5%, and then the same thing as before, where if the character dies, their passive will trigger, which means it will summon Dark Phoenix. Her ultimate, same thing now. So her ultimate is essentially turn 1 now, because they lifted it up to 8 of 8. I don't know if you want to do that right away, because it's only damage. So if they have like defense up or anything like that, it's really going to kind of negate it. So it's not going to be as powerful, but still, it's going to go ahead and clear some negative effects, clear 2 negative effects from all the other allies, and then boom, gain 500%, 50,000 extra focus. So I did just notice the clear all positive effects, so I guess that would work. It would be pretty powerful. Interesting. If this character has a Omega Red ally or 2 or more X-Men allies, generate 3 ability energy for a random Phoenix Force ally. So basically, if you got the Awaken ability and the ultimate, you're also giving 3 ability energy to Omega Red Phoenix Force. Yes, it's great. So the old passive had the damage and the max health in there. Now it does not. It's no longer in there. She does give extra health and damage to other X-Men allies. Essentially Uncanny X-Men as well. And then on spawn, apply defense up for 2 turns. The self, all X-Men and Phoenix Force allies on death summon Dark Phoenix. Phoenix cannot be revived. Now you got the Dark Phoenix stats. Well, you always want Dark Phoenix to be, you know, the main one. Dark Phoenix comes out, she's supposed to nuke somebody. With this increase there, I'm pretty sure she will. Now the basic's going to have an assist now. The special, they'll clear ability block and bleed from self and all allies, which is great. Goes ahead and clears that out. In Crucible, though, here's a big one. Crucible, revive a dead Omega Red Phoenix Force ally with 65% health. That's a nice chunk of health, especially since he's going to have new stats, so that's going to be really hard to take down. He'll fill speed bar by 50% of a random Omega Red Phoenix Force ally. So he's getting 50% speed bar right out the gate as well once he gets revived. And then heal a random Omega Red ally for 25% of this character's max health. So depending on which one you gotta do, pretty sure if you gotta revive them, boom, you get the rest of it. But if you don't revive them, you're clearing, you're giving them speed bar, and then giving them a little bit of health there as well. And it ignores death proof and passives that trigger when a character drops below a certain health. Yay. And then the ultimate, basically if this character has an Omega Red ally or tumor, generate 3 ability energy for herself. So that's pretty much just a small little tag in there, no big deal. It doesn't change too much. But the ultimate awaken and the passive awaken in Crucible, she'll apply trauma as well, and ability blocks at the primary target, along with, nuking them for 500% damage. And then in Crucible, if this character has an Omega Red ally on spawn, clear exhausted from a random Omega Red Phoenix Force ally. Wow. Wow. Bye-bye, exhausted. Goodbye for that. Nice for the whole thing there. So if you if they clear that exhausted, boom, he's right back to being a pain in the ass again. So now the big one is how you're supposed to get him. Well, there you go. Then's coming back. And it's gonna be a little bit smaller than what it was before. So there's only going to be 20 levels at the moment. Well, 20 cells, but you will be able to unlock Omega Red, and he will unlock at 2 stars. So you try to grab as many shards as you can to see if you can get him up to it. But same thing with Escape from Kyle rules. There's no cooldown. Health and abilities persist around to it. You can't heal between battles. If you want to go ahead and start over, you gotta start over from the bottom. You start from the bottom and you make it to the top. And then completing a cell earns a milestone reward. So we'll see that coming down with it. This one's going to be fun. It's going to be an interesting time to see how this works out. But we'll see what all the cell requirements are and see with that. But right now, since just for this particular one, I found a way to activate the full power of Jean Grey and Hercules to help you escape. So this game mode and character prerequisite, this character has 3 or more Immortal X-Men, will be considered fully met within Clin's walls. So only particularly for right now, it'll definitely be, you can use Jean Grey and Hercules, and their abilities will be there intact if you needed 3 or more X-Men. But that's coming down the road. I am excited right now because, hey, we're getting Omega Red. The Omega Red we need for this charge, and it's not too bad. I like the art too, the way they're going with it. But you know what? Let me know how it's going with it. What do you get? How excited you guys are for this thing? Because I am. But go ahead, knock it out. See. Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff, and let's be happy we're going to be able to get an Omega Red soon. So, booyah. That's DKG. Thrown out.